What did you guys think of the things you were supposed to read?
It was a lot of questions. It was the 5 questions, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
How are the elements important? Like those questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want to talk about first? The lottery or the cask of
We can do the cask.
Okay. All right.
The first question is elements of plot important in these stories. So what are the elements in the plot of the stories, and like why are they important? By element, oh, you can go first.
I was just thinking of the beginning of the story. It talks about the character. It helps explain. It helps us know a little bit about the characters in the stories. So
Yeah.
Is it the exposition?
Yeah. Well, it starts off talking about how like he was angry with what's his name, the F guy.
Fortunato or something.
Fortunato, and how like they had like an argument before, and how he wanted like vengeance and revenge.
Yeah, and like he had his doubts.
Yeah, so that kind of like leads up to how like when he finds him at the party, you know, the carnival thing, and he's like drunk. Like you already know, like, oh, this is not gonna go down right, you know.
Yeah.
With the whole revenge thing. So, and also like the setting of the catacombs, you know, it's just them two alone, you know, in the very bottom and whatnot. And what's his name? What is his name? Fortunato?
Yeah, it's like Fortunato.
Fortunato.
I don't know.
Yeah.
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 And I guess the how do you say it? The exposition of it was just, I guess, when they said that he prided himself on the connoisseurship and wine or whatever, so like he kind of seemed like, I don't know, it gave like his air or like the type of person that he was like at the beginning of it, if that makes sense. I don't know what you guys thought.
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't he like, he's drinking that drink and he like repeats it, like the name of the drink, like, I don't know. What was the other question?
So how does the exposition tell us or not tell us about the characters? So we kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
What major conflict is in these stories, and how does it relate to the story's message? This is where it was kind of like, I don't know.
I guess the major conflict.
I felt like the other one, the lottery, I don't know if you guys read that one. I felt like that one had a more prevalent
with the stones?
conflict. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one had more of like the build-up of the plot.
Yeah.
And it had more of the exposition at the first and gave it like a little touch on the characters. Because it kind of seemed like the other one just kind of jumped right into like the conclusion and the climax of it. And this one just kind of, I don't know, didn't seem like it had like a huge conflict. But like I saw where it was like resolved at the end. Like the last few paragraphs was like the climax, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I felt like the other one had more with the whole the lady and like the stones and
you could
flip and stuff.
Yeah, you could tell the conflict more because like their emotions were so much stronger of how they felt about it, so it was easier to like pinpoint where the like the big decision making or the conflict was happening, the climax of the story.
Yeah, and then how is the conflict
When Teresa was trying to like get a
Results.
yeah, I don't know how to say his name. Like
Who?
to get a revenge on Fortunato.
Okay,
Mhm.
Fortunato.
Yeah.
So what about him?
Like, is that a conflict?
So the conflict in that, let me go back and just raise it, because I was kind of a little bit confused about it. So was the conflict mostly just like the vengeance he wanted, or and how he was gonna like achieve that, or what do you guys think?
I think it was. It was like the vengeance, and I don't. It said,
One.
I think, years passed or something. I don't know. He basically found he found him at this party, and he was drunk, and he took him to these catacombs, and he took him, all the way to the bottom, and then the guy was too drunk, and he started feeling kind of sick or whatnot, and they were down there, and then he walked into this like little hole thing, and the other dude kind of like chained him up, and then started putting the bricks and slowly trapping him there. I don't know. I guess it was like a revenge kind of thing, vengeance. I think you said at the end what the problem was, but I read it really fast. uh, but yeah, I guess that was it, like a vengeance. And then he made him like beg at the end, when he was putting the last brick, and that's when you finally hear his name, because they never say his name until the end. I don't remember his name, but I think it was more like a vengeance kind of thing, like revenge.
Yeah,
I read it really fast, so I don't remember what the
so his
whole.
name was like Montresor, right? It
Yeah,
says it at the very end.
Yeah.
something with an M. Yeah.
Mondrasa or something.
Yeah. Okay, so when the climax does come, how is it important to the story's message? I guess it just brings everything together from like the beginning, like explanation or background of the characters through like each like individual problem they go through. The climax kind of brings it all together, and it makes sense of like why they went through those, or like why they were even important in the first part. It just ties everything together. I felt like
Yeah.
made the story make sense.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to talk about the other one? Yeah.
About all the questions too. The other one was easier for me to understand. I don't know about you guys. It just made more sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Like I have a question. Like I read that story, the lottery.
Mhm.
I thought the lottery is like getting money, but I don't understand at the end like where they were throwing rocks at the woman.
This is like an old-timey kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the lottery now is like money or whatever.
Yeah, but back then it probably like wasn't.
Yeah, which makes sense. But so, what do we think about like the climax in that story?
I guess the whole thing with her, the whole piece of paper thing, and then her getting it, and then her husband got it, no? And then like each of the family members got one too.
Yeah, everyone like got it. They like drew out as a family, and like the wives didn't get to like draw out, but like each of the sons did or something. And
Yeah,
then
but yeah, one of the
they were
sons.
upset.
Mhm. But it wouldn't like.
Sorry, keep going.
They wouldn't kill them, would they? Or would they kill them?
Not that I saw. Not like what I understood from it.
I think they just like attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you had to like draw, like it was like out of the box, like it was like kind of random, like a chance that you took. That's what I was understanding from it. I don't know if I'm totally off base, but like they were like, oh, it was the risk that all of us like were taking, like we knew what we were getting into, and like et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else? So how is the conflict resolved or not resolved? the one in the lottery, I felt like it wasn't really resolved. Everyone just had to accept it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everyone, like, the last sentence is like, it isn't fair, it isn't right. But, like, Miss Hutchinson screamed and they were upon her. So it's like, it's just what happened. Like, it wasn't really resolved even. It was kind of just like, that's what happened.
Yeah. I agree with that too. Okay. I think we answered all the questions.
Okay, do you have any questions? Malia, are you okay writing this one? Is it your turn this time, or is it my turn?
I think it's her turn.
It's my turn.
Okay, so are you okay with that?